Choosing between a transport chair and a wheelchair isn't about picking from a catalog. It's a decision rooted in a person's daily life, how they move, where they go, and who they move with. This isn't a simple matter of features. It's about defining the boundary between independence and assistance. The right choice can dramatically improve a person's day, while the wrong one can become a constant source of frustration. Let me explain the key differences, not as a list of specifications, but as a guide to making a clear, confident decision. We'll look at what actually matters in the real world. Propulsion. Here's the fundamental divide. This single difference dictates the entire experience. A standard manual wheelchair is designed for self-propulsion. It has large rear wheels, typically 20 to 24 inches in diameter, equipped with hand rims that the user can grip to push themselves forward. This design is about autonomy. It empowers the user to navigate their environment on their own terms, whether that means getting a drink from the kitchen or moving across an office. The ability to self-propel is the core of a wheelchair's purpose. It supports and enables independence. A transport chair, on the other hand, is an instrument of assistance. It has 4 small wheels that are not designed to be reached or pushed by the occupant. It must be pushed by a caregiver or companion. This isn't a flaw, it's a specific design choice for a different purpose. So the first and most important question is not which chair is better, but who is doing the moving. If the user can and wants to move themselves, a wheelchair is the only viable option. If the user will always have someone to push them, then the transport chair enters the conversation as a legitimate and often very practical choice. Intended use. Think of a wheelchair as a daily driver and a transport chair as a convenient shuttle. A wheelchair is built for the long haul of everyday life. It's intended for people who rely on a wheeled mobility device for a significant portion of their day, both at home and out in the community. Its features are geared towards sustained use, comfort for long periods of sitting, durability for varied environments, and the performance needed for independent mobility. A transport chair shines in short-term situational use. It's the perfect tool for getting a family member from the car into a doctor's office, navigating an airport, or moving a patient between hospital departments. Its design prioritizes lightness and compactness over long-term comfort and user control. It's not meant for all-day sitting or for the user to spend hours in it without a break. Bottom line, if mobility support is a constant daily need, the wheelchair is the answer. If it's for occasional, assisted trips, the transport chair is often the smarter tool for the job. Wheel size. The size of the wheels directly impacts how the chair moves and feels. A wheelchair's large rear wheels are the engine of self-propulsion, providing the leverage needed to move the chair efficiently. But they do more than that. A larger wheel rolls over obstacles like door thresholds, cracks in the sidewalk, and uneven terrain more smoothly and with less effort. It bridges small gaps and absorbs minor bumps, providing a more stable and comfortable ride for the occupant. Transport chairs use much smaller wheels, often around 8 to 12 inches in diameter, on both the front and back. This design keeps the chair's overall footprint small and its weight low, which is great for portability and maneuvering in tight spaces. However, those small wheels are more susceptible to getting caught in cracks or on small obstacles. They also transmit more vibration from the ground to the user, making for a bumpier ride on anything other than smooth surfaces like linoleum or finished concrete. Portability. If the chair needs to be frequently lifted, folded, and stowed in a vehicle, portability becomes a primary concern. This is where the transport chair has a distinct advantage. By design, transport chairs are lighter and more compact. They typically fold down into a small, manageable package that can be easily lifted into a car trunk by one person. Their simpler frames and smaller components all contribute to a lower overall weight. Standard manual wheelchairs can also fold, but they are generally heavier and bulkier. The large rear wheels add significant weight and size, even when folded. While there are lightweight and ultralight wheelchair categories that dramatically reduce weight, these are often more specialized and come at a higher cost. For a caregiver who has to manage the chair on every outing, the difference of 10 or 15 pounds can be significant. Here's what matters. If ease of lifting and transport is the top priority for a caregiver, the transport chair is hard to beat. Maneuverability in tight spaces. A transport chair's narrow frame and smaller wheelbase make it exceptionally nimble in confined areas. It can navigate tight corners, narrow doorways, and crowded hallways with an ease that a standard wheelchair often can't match. This is a direct benefit of its compact design. For moving through older homes with non-standard doorways, small bathrooms, or cluttered retail aisles, the transport chair feels agile and efficient. A wheelchair, with its larger rear wheels and wider stance, requires more space to turn and navigate. That wider base is essential for stability, especially when self-propelling or tackling uneven ground, but it can become a liability indoors. The user might find themselves doing more three-point turns to get through a tight spot. The choice involves a trade-off. The wheelchair provides greater stability and outdoor capability, while the transport chair offers superior agility in tight indoor environments. Comfort and customization. When a person spends hours in a chair, comfort is not a luxury, it's a medical necessity. Wheelchairs are typically designed with long-term use in mind and offer a much wider range of options for customization. This includes adjustable seat depths and widths, various cushion options for pressure relief, adjustable height armrests, and elevating leg rests. These features allow the chair to be fitted to the user's specific body and needs, which is critical for preventing pressure sores, supporting posture, and ensuring comfort over many hours. Transport chairs, built for brevity, offer very little in the way of customization. The seating is generally basic, the armrests are often fixed, and the overall fit is more generic. While perfectly adequate for a 30-minute trip to a medical appointment, this lack of adjustability makes them unsuitable for prolonged use. If the user is going to be in the chair for more than an hour or two at a time, the superior ergonomics and customization options of a wheelchair are not just beneficial, they are essential for health and well-being. Terrain and durability. The real world is not perfectly paved. A wheelchair's larger wheels and more robust frame are built to handle the variety of surfaces encountered outside: cracked sidewalks, grassy parks, gravel paths, and small curbs. The larger wheel diameter helps it roll over imperfections rather than getting stuck in them, providing a safer and more capable ride outdoors. Wheelchairs are generally constructed to withstand the rigors of daily, independent use. Transport chairs are at their best on smooth, indoor surfaces. They glide effortlessly down hospital corridors and across shopping mall floors. But take them outside, and their limitations become apparent. The small wheels can struggle with uneven ground, and the lighter frame may not feel as solid or durable over rough patches. While they can certainly handle a short trip across a smooth parking lot, they are not designed for extensive outdoor use or challenging terrain. Independence versus caregiver support. This brings us back to the human element at the heart of the decision. A wheelchair is a tool of independence. It is designed to maximize what the user can do for themselves. It facilitates autonomy, spontaneity, and personal control over one's own mobility. Choosing a wheelchair is often a statement that the user wants to remain as active and self-sufficient as possible. A transport chair is a tool of supported mobility. It is designed to make the caregiver's job easier while providing a safe and efficient way to move a person who cannot or should not propel themselves. It fosters a partnership between the user and the caregiver. The choice is less about the hardware and more about the dynamic of the mobility team. If the user's condition requires constant assistance, the transport chair's lightweight and simplicity serve that dynamic perfectly. Cost. Generally speaking, transport chairs are the more affordable option. Their simple construction, lack of complex adjustable parts, and mass production for institutional and consumer markets keep the price point relatively low. They offer a basic, effective mobility solution at an accessible cost, we hope. Wheelchairs occupy a much broader price spectrum. A basic, standard model may not cost much more than a transport chair, but as you add features, lightweight materials, custom sizing, advanced seating systems, ergonomic adjustments, the cost can increase substantially. An ultralight, fully customized wheelchair is a significant investment. Who benefits most? Let's bring it all together. The bottom line is this: a wheelchair is the best choice for someone who has the desire and physical ability to propel themselves and values their independence. It's also the right choice for anyone, regardless of their ability to self-propel, who will be spending many hours a day in the chair and requires customized support for comfort, posture, and pressure management. It is built for the varied terrain of an active life. A transport chair is the ideal solution for a user who will always have a caregiver or companion to push them. It excels in situations involving frequent car travel, short trips on smooth surfaces, and navigating tight indoor spaces. Its primary benefits, lightweight, compactness, and ease of use for the caregiver, make it a practical and efficient tool for supported mobility.